What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so in this video here, we're going to be going over Kamala Khan and Sunbird's uniform. Since I don't have either of them ready to really test in any content, we're just going to be looking at them in the skill preview here. So I figure we might as well just do both their uniforms in this video. So here we have Kamala Khan's TV series, or Disney Plus series uniform. So we have the Marvel Studios Miss Marvel. And let's see what the uniform does for her. So we have enhanced the effects of accelerated healing and embiggen, which I believe are both of her passives. And then increase all attack by 40%. So just a buff there from her previous uniform, I believe was 20%. We retain the super armor because she had that with her previous one. Increase all basic defense. That's exactly the same. I believe it was 50% on her previous one. And then we have damage reduction by 30% here, and that has changed. It used to be a 30% increase to her HP, so a little bit more survivability there because I believe the damage reduction is going to be more valuable than 30% HP. And now she has moved back to speed type. So she started as combat, went to speed, went back to combat, and now she is speed type again. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe probably could have just left her combat type if I'm being honest here. And now we have all of her skill changes. So the tier 2 passive, increased chain hit damage by 15%, skill damage 35%, and bonus damage 30%. I believe that's very similar to her previous uniform, just maybe a little bit higher in stats. It used to be like maybe 10% and then 30 and 20 or something. And then her passive here, we've got ignore dodge by 35% and guard break immunity. Both of those are very strong, so I really like this passive here. I'm a big fan of having ignore dodge just built into the character's kit, so you don't have to rely on the strikers, because they just refuse to add more strikers that actually have the dodge ignore, so you don't have enough dodge ignore strikers to do all 5 teams, because ideally you want to have 3 dodge ignore strikers on each of your 5 teams, but you do not have enough dodge ignore like characters in the game to do that, which is a little annoying. So this kind of will get around that stipulation there, so then you can only use you only need like 2 dodge ignore, maybe just use 1 if you want to try to get away with that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And then we've got nothing here on skill 1, got paralysis there. All right, so skill 3, you have invincibility for 4 seconds. And then we've got accumulation here, which is damage dealt, very good. And then it's exactly the same as Blue Dragon, so it's a 130% increase to her attack. So not bad. And then the 4th skill, all right, so damage immunity for 5 seconds, increase all attack by 60%, okay. And then the 5th skill, we have all defense down minus 50%. 35% heal, which I believe is the same, or did it used to be just 30%? Maybe it's an extra 5%, but I believe it's about the same as what our previous heal was. And then we have increase all attack, all defense by 55%, speed by 10%, and 35% for crit rate. So not bad. I do like the actual buffs that our skills are getting. So now let's see what the skills look like. Okay, so she kind of just runs around in the air there and then does a big old stomp, which I'm not really a huge fan of the kind of animations that they went with here. I don't really like this kind of like energy based embiggen that she has. I'd much prefer like her actual hands or feet to get embiggened instead of this weird glowing stuff that looks like you remember those sticky hands that you used to have as a kid where you kind of like throw them at like grab a piece of paper and you can bring it back to you, or you throw it and it sticks to something and then you pull it back towards you? That's what these remind me of. Just the kind of like, I don't know, the just the way that the hands look kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, the 3rd skill. Alright, so she gets some of those crystals out there and they explode. Okay. 4th skill. A little bit of punching. We got a bubble there that reminds me of Invisible Woman's kind of fire bubble that she puts up. And now the 5th skill. There's the sticky hand. So she does the sticky hand out, grabs them up, and then does the punching. Alright, so what can we do here? Like 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that looks like what we want to do. We don't have immunity or invincibility on the 5th skill, but on the 4th skill we have damage immunity, right? Yeah, 5 seconds of damage immunity. And then she has... What happened to my signal? How long has that been out? Alright, I just had to look back at the recording real quick to see how long I had lost my signal there. Luckily it wasn't too long, so we'll just continue kind of where I left off there. So yeah, it looks like we can just do 3, 4, and 5, just do instant cancel, and then we'll have the 5 seconds there. It just wore off, so it does not last for the entire skill animation for the 5th skill, so you need to probably keep that in mind there. Because it wears off like right now. Yeah. So it's like 2 seconds short of being able to cover the entire skill animation. And then Kamala does have a tier 3 with this update, so we can see what that looks like. Okay. Well, she's going crazy there. Okay, not bad. So, I mean, she looks good because I like the effects that she has on her skills, because she has the combo of super armor and guard break immunity, and then she has healing, she has accumulation, she has damage immunity, but it just doesn't last long enough for the entire skill duration. So she definitely has a lot going for her. It's just if her damage is going to be high enough to really, you know, contend with some of the other speed characters out there, which I think I might give her a chance. I think I might get her to tier 3. Because right now my current options is I was either going to get her to tier 3 or my other speed option was going to be Electra. So Electra is another one I was kind of looking at. So let me know in the comments below if you have any experience with Electra, if she's, you know, if you think she's going to be better than Kamala Khan or not here, because those are kind of my 2 options that I'm tossing up. But I will be buying the uniform just because I do want to test her out a little bit more. I do only have her at level 70 right now, so I can't really do any World Boss Legends. So let's hop into Sunbird here. So here we have Sunbird's Moon Temple Defender's uniform. And let's see, it's going to enhance the effects of Ashen Rebirth, which I believe is his tier 2 passive, or is that his 4-star passive? And then we have increased chain hit damage by 10%, ignore dodge, but it's only 10%, that's just too low. Increased skill damage 25% and bonus damage by 25%. And Sunbird is a character that I have just never really played. I've used him only a handful of times, so I'm not really that familiar with him. I know he gets the job done for what I've used him for the couple times, which is just Shadowlands. He's good at being able to do like rumble modes or entry modes because he can 1v3 very easily with his skills. So he was always good at that, but I never really invested in him or even ranked him up. He's just sitting at level 60 for me. So yeah, I'm not really sure where he sits. But anyway, we've got changed apparently again to the transcended skill here, which I don't see any changes to, so I'm not really sure why that's there. And then okay, so it was this 4-star passive. So this was the revive, right? Yeah, revive was 60% HP, so they changed that. Maybe the revive just gives you more health. Maybe it used to be like 40% or 50%, and now it's 60. This is probably my guess with that. We've got a 10% heal here. Okay, so there's a heal on that one. It's on a pretty short cooldown too, 4 seconds. Every 4 seconds you get 10% heal, so that's not bad. And then the 3rd skill, we've got increase all attack 35%, defense 35%, and crit rate by 25. Okay. 4th skill, we've got accumulation. Okay, so it's a 100% damage proc, and it is damage dealt. Okay, but do we have any protection at all? We have the healing, but we have no damage immunity or invincibility. That's a little worrisome. So let's hop into the skill preview. We'll see what he looks like, but I'm not as impressed with him so far just reading his skills. So that one didn't change, right? Yeah, it was 2, 3, and 5 change, or 2, 3, and 4? Probably had to change the 5th skill, right? 2. All right, well, 2 has changed. I mean, okay, it's really short animation. 3rd skill. Okay, that one's not bad. Wait, we're not in an iframe though. We have no protection. 4th skill, sorry. That was the accumulation skill, so yeah. So the 5th skill hasn't been changed. The 5th skill have damage immunity? It's invincibility, right? Click on it. Yeah, invincibility for 6 seconds. Can't really cancel that though, can you? Oh, you can? Hold on. Did that cancel? No, it didn't. He doesn't look that great to me, if I'm being honest. Can you just do that? Like 3, 4, 5? What did 4 do again? It just did this. We got that. Do we cancel that and get anything? We don't get the explosion. We still get those kind of like clones that he summons with the 3rd skill when we cancel that, so that's good. We do have those kind of swords flying around still from the 4th skill, so I guess that's what you're supposed to do. 3, 4, and 5 to get that invincibility from the 5th skill for your protection, but I don't know. Overall, he definitely looks like the weakest of the 3 in terms of the upgrades. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be skipping him just because I haven't invested at all in him, and I don't really plan on getting him ranked up anytime soon, so I'm just going to skip this uniform here. But I don't know, if you play Sunbird a lot, let me know if this looks like a big upgrade for him to you, if you were excited about this uniform, if you picked it up, if you noticed a substantial change, because to me it looks very underwhelming. So I don't really think this uniform is going to be worth it to pick up for Sunbird here unless you just use him all the time. So that's kind of my thoughts on his uniform here. Overall, I think Blue Dragon and Kamala Khan definitely got the better looking uniforms. I'm not really sure which one I like better so far. I mean, I like the look of Blue Dragon a lot more. Kamala Khan seems like she might be doing more damage though with her uniform based on the effects and kind of the hits, the skills that you can combine. So we'll see though, because I'm gonna probably invest in Kamala Khan. Let me know again in the comments below if you think Kamala Khan looks better than Electra, because those are the 2 that I'm kind of debating between right now. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.